All right. Hi there. I'm Chris Searles. I am the rainmaking with trees guy. I'm the first person to take the science on how forests circulate moisture over land and apply it and get rainfall. This is the story of a surprise rain that took place on Sunday, March 23rd, after I did some light rainmaking techniques. I started on Saturday, March 22nd, the day before. I put about 200 gallons of water into my system here that you can see behind me over 4 watering sessions. I call rejuvenation waterings, and then I also included with those waterings light rainmaking with trees techniques, worked those in. You can see more footage or all of the footage from those sessions by clicking the link in the notes below for the archive. I've been doing rainmaking with trees in Central Texas since 2020. In 2024, I started the pilot project for securing forests. This is BioIntegrity, or my nonprofit's long-term strategic forest rehydration project. And ever since we started that project, this neighborhood, this house, this area tends to get the best weather that the whole Central Texas region has to offer. Even now, while we're in critical or extreme drought, the weather is coming to us. The good stuff comes right to us and to our trees. So for instance, about 10 days ago, there was a catastrophic fire that erupted in Gillespie County, just northwest of here where Fredericksburg, Texas is. And as you can see in the AccuWeather image here, the plume of smoke from that fire, which was just raging, it ended up being about a 10,000 acre fire in 12 hours. It came right to us. The plume comes right to us. We are right in the middle of where that plume is. There's really no explanation for this. It's an 85-mile or longer distance. In the midst of extreme drought, why would the winds just carry something to us in this way? And then a couple of days ago, on Sunday, March 23rd, essentially the same thing happened, but this time with rain. We weren't supposed to get rain on that Sunday, but we did, and this video is going to show that progression. When the rain finally fell, Apple said we had a 7% chance at that hour. AccuWeather had said for the days leading up to it and the day of that we had a 25% chance of rain that day. We get these low rain forecasts all the time, and we don't get rain, and this time it did fall. So getting it is the difference, and that's what keeps happening here again and again on these sites since I've applied these techniques. I watered twice on Sunday morning because when I woke up that morning, it was clear the Saturday waterings had been so successful, the system had changed. I watered twice on Saturday morning the day before because when I woke up that morning, same thing. It seemed like we had real rain possibility. On Sunday morning, the system was exceptionally responsive. I didn't expect what happened to happen, but you'll see in the video there's significant moisture circulation buildups. And then we get rainfall. And you'll notice that rainfall patterns itself and pivots off of our site. It seems to go with us at the tail all the way up to Canada by the end of the video. And remember, all of this is happening to an extremely droughted place during extreme drought. So, how is that possible? It's I think through the recapacitation of the moisture circulation ability that trees have. So when I talk about sponges, what are sponges? Sponges are simply a soil garden for your tree's roots. So you put biologically rich soil, microbially rich soil at the base of your trees. You can check out other videos and PDFs and content we have on the website to learn how to do that. You put it at the base of the trees so that it can absorb the moisture that just occurs naturally in the environment. That life underground will circulate with your tree's roots, whatever fungal matter is down there, and you're increasing the capacity of that tree to hold and circulate moisture underground year-round. You want to build a microbiome-rich garden and make it extreme weather durable, and then you want to water it in. And I've installed dozens of soil sponges on the trees at my home here in Central Texas, and about 450 here in the neighborhood, this region. After doing the rejuvenation waterings on about 50 here at the home site, and then giving trickle water, 5 to 20 gallons per tree to about 20 trees, we got that surprise rain on Sunday night. If you stick with the whole video, you'll see the buildup from dry conditions when I start to what looks like moist conditions before the rain comes. The vegetation already looks moist before the rain gets here, and then it falls. So I'm not taking credit for the generation of the rain. I'm saying that my sponges and these trees, these guys, and the careful rehydration of them and the infrastructure of life that they coexist with, the sharing of moisture through the air over land that trees do best, that those things are more than likely responsible for pulling that smoke over from Gillespie County and bringing that rain to us a few days ago. There is a lot more to say about all of this, but there's lots more time to watch the videos. So check out this video and judge for yourself. No matter what, you cannot lose by watering your trees. And trees everywhere, not just in Texas, are in drought trouble today. Contact me with questions. Let's go. Let's get to watering trees. Let's get to making the landscape as lush as we can through strategic rehydration of forests. All right, it's Saturday, about 2:30 in the afternoon. I just did the second sponge watering of the day. First one was at 9, and in this one I also filled up some buckets over here on the sort of the primary strong oak in the field. This morning I did a bunch of stuff up in here, sort of between the primary trees. There is a lovely low cold cool moving across the landscape. I started thinking maybe that's like a ground stored moisture surge we're sharing. Maybe so, maybe so. So anyway, these sponges, those sponges, those sponges, all the sponges, all the way through here up to that corner have all been moistened, and we have really good rain in the forecast for next Thursday, Friday. Got the haze of dry moist circulation. That's what I'm going to call that today. I've never liked it. It makes me squint. Last thing I'll say is Raindrop says that we're over 11 inches behind for the last 365 days. That's just heartbreaking. It also means I don't need to go anywhere right now. I am in the middle of one of the worst droughts in the world. So yeah, I'm gonna be thinking that way ever more, and I think we'll get some good stuff done here April, May, and it does just make sense to be here now in the thick of it. It is a little lighter area here in the light quality, and back almost to the house, and we have water in the creek. No good reason for that, except for rainmaking with trees and, you know, moving transpiration around. That's the only time I ever see it, unless there's rain. So, oh, anyway, hopefully it's a good sign. Also, the shadows are in that, it's not really chocolate, it's more like a lint gray, kind of velvet lint, velvet gray. Look at the shadow. Last thing for today, I got out of the car. There's a wonderful breeze here. Back to what I was talking about in the other place. And tree clouds. That's as tree cloud as it gets. These little wisps as well. Very tree cloudy. So the mystery begins. They're just fantastic creatures, these clouds. That one is moving on the right. Okay, it's about 8:15. We are winning, winning, winning. It smells great. It smells like rain is in the air. So it's not supposed to fall, but I'll show you one quick thing I noticed this morning. So exciting. This little tree over here is blossoming. I've never seen it blossom. Now we have, as of this morning, fresh blossoms here on this little tree that's been trying to make a go of it for 35 years. And that's just a really exciting sign. Seeing great effects today. I'm gonna try to do some sponge moistening before I get going here out for the day, and then we'll see what that brings. Okay, I just did first 15, 20 minutes moistening sponges down in this area, the lower 40 or back 40. And it got a lot darker. This particular ash juniper, it is better than it was 2 days ago when I doused it, or yesterday, whenever that was. This dark cloud, you know, was right over us as I was doing that, or it appeared. It's just such a miraculous and somewhat reliable aspect. This tree's, you know, emitting moisture. And then same with these openings, these breaks that don't feel hot or anything. I know it's only 9:30 in the morning or 9:15, but anyway, yeah, so I started down here. I did the big live oaks, or biggest live oak sponges down here. And it's sort of a little mott of 2.5. And then the cedar and oak here, and the younger oak and cedar next to them, and a little bit in here. So then these sponges got a little moistening, more soak in here. And I'm just taking a break to tally it up. (9:54 a.m. I've been watering for 20 minutes, and we got that thing. Big rain cloud. All I'm doing is wetting sponges. I filled 5 buckets, and it changed the atmosphere, to be sure. So we're supposed to be, you know, just a normal day, not a rain cloud day. And you can see there are not rain clouds in the distance. They're just congregating literally over the roof here, over the yard. And then the greatest number of sponges we have are actually in this direction for the neighborhood. This is Tony. She's got another 60 sponges or so, and then Gillespie, Tom, and Chris have 60 more, and the Fitzgibbons have 30 or so. So, oh, and then, yeah, there's a couple more sites over in this general direction. So it sure seems like you charge the microbes in the soil, they charge the microbes in the air even faster for short-term effects than when you do the buckets on the trees. It's just the buckets on the trees are creating a more systemic circulation effect, whereas I think these create like a moisture diffusion situation. So not too impressive out here, but you can still see, like, that's the color of that cloud, distinct gradation. And it's like, you know, the more I do, the more effects I'll get. And that's the story. It is almost 11 a.m. We still just have a wonderfully gloomy, cloudy sky. The clouds were in the forecast. we still got the heaviness right over. Wonderfully gloomy because you can actually feel a little bit of moisture in the air moving around. It's too small, but it's like someone's shooting little tiny dits at my kneecaps and my wrists right now, my elbows. Very, very, I mean, I'm talking about 5 little dits. It's not like rain. There was another one. So it's falling. It's actually falling right now. I just can't prove it with the camera. You have to take my word for it. It's not visible, but it's exchanging, you know, it's exchanging. These things are getting a drink. Instead of a dry, hot, cloudy day, it's a transpiration cloudy day with cool moisture in the air. So I think that's thanks to the sponges, the wet sponges and the smart trees. Water is flitting all around here. It feels like someone's got a spritzer on with like a really small head. Yeah, there we go. See that drop? That's real. See that drop? That's real. That one was real. And that's what they feel like. A little tiny drop by itself moving through the air. But you have to know it came either out of a rain cloud up here or got intercepted, or rather laterally moving through the wind. I can feel that. These trees are, you know, releasing moisture in various tiny ways that honestly we're not studying well enough yet. You can physically observe. All right, so this is good. We're ditting and detting. Okay, now it's about 8 minutes after 11 a.m. and we're kind of entering into that everything but the rain state here, which is awesome. We're just pulling the bottoms of the clouds towards us, you know, the dark, heavy bottoms. Let's check this bit one more time. Yeah, it's thinner here, but also more gray. You can see the streaking too implied out there. See that? It's like it wants to be a rain day now. And again, the clouds were expected, but we got this light stuff moving through the air, and we have pretty fast clouds. So yeah, I mean, I'm doing too many things at once. This is just like in between trying to work on a website. So, all right, to be continued. It's about 11:30 a.m. I just did sponge watering on this side of the place for 25 minutes. And most generously here, I tried to work on the dry trees, even though they're small. They're actually quite tall, or I should say skinny. They're quite tall, they're like me. And over here, and this one in particular, so anyway, everything around here you can see got some water. The sponges got the most. This big one, that big one. Basically, I'm counting to 30, something like that. So it's just a gallon, 2.5 gallons at the most. Because I have my thumb on it, and it's spreading around. Each of these I'm showing you, these 4 and 5, and then just in the garden, because the garden hadn't gotten any water. The garden's kind of got super dehydrated, not good. But anyway, this is doing great. It's before the watering, as is this monstrosity. So yeah, let's go look real quick. Well, everything's pretty blue and gray now. towards noon. So it should start to get hotter and sort of blow out of here, but we'll see. And I'm going to try not to do any more watering or stimulation stuff today. But potentially, if it were hot today at 3 p.m., you went out and took it from here and tried to do a stimulation watering, you could get something to pop, is my bet. So anyway, just thinking out loud and wondering about, you know, the sort of subtleties of moisture movement that can be levered a little bit. And it's been months since I've done this, so I need to get back into it. Pretty good start here. All right. It's about 3:15. I gotta get moving. And the hazy, wonderful, heavy bottom clouds are gone. It's pretty warm now. Feels like it's in the 80s. And the shadows look better on that tree. I'll take that into account. We have blossoms on our landscape and also here. That looks wet, that mulch. Interesting. Yeah, so there's just been good movement through the system. All the trees that I moistened 4 hours ago were still slightly moist. These trees look like they've captured the moisture in their trunks. Their trunks look softer today. To me, absolutely, absolutely. So. We just finished the Will thing about 30 minutes ago. Really amazing group of people. But I'm filming because major tut-tut situation. Well, not major, but definitely a tut-tut situation over there to the west. And really, it's over Gillespie County where the fire was 8 days ago. And it feels like it wants to blow in. This blue breeze, blue dream over here. We'll get over the top of these trees in 1 second. That's payday. Again, it's everything but the rain, you know? That long blue, that's rain wanting to fall, baby. So we'll see. It would be something like 85 miles away, but it looked pretty heavy right now, so maybe we'll get it. It smells moist, but it doesn't feel alarmingly moist or noticeably moist, so I don't think it's happening. At least not over here. And I'm usually wrong when I say that. Okay, now that I'm here, it is still tooling around, and you can see the ever amazing dome surrounding us. The quiet overhead feels like potential rain. I'm getting slight suggestions of moisture in the air. We'll go up front real fast. Well, you can see this major dome stuff. Earlier we had clouds over on this side this morning. Now we've got this structure. But it's sitting still. It should be coming in from the west. Gillespie County is that way. Over towards the deer, the direction the deer's walking in. but it's so still. So who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? It's 9 p.m. The rain just started. Ow! And it's going to be hard to show because it's so dark. You can hear it. The amazing thing is, when I started watering sponges this morning, it was because I had done yesterday the sponge watering, and I noticed that it, you know, tut, it seems like we could get rain. I'm just going to do some things and see what happens. And I did, like I said, the light rain making techniques on my ash juniper today, the cedars. Here it is. Wow. I'd say 1/2 of a tenth, something like that.